The following preview has been approved for all audiences, and the film has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America.
Brought to you by those zany people at Bufola Studios. Are you ready for a gender-bending, genre-blended movie extravaganza that you will never forget?
Coming soon to a theater near you, a one-of-a-kind movie bringing together an all-star cast of the biggest names of stage and screen. Directed by some random schmuck we found on Craigslist that said he would work for free.
This will be one of the strangest movies you will ever see in your lifetime. At least, for your sanity, we hope it is.
Mel Brooks, let's see you try and beat this one!
For the first time ever, on the silver screen, a drag queen as the heroine of a movie blending action, horror, mystery, suspense, and comedy into one flick, with tons of twists and turns that will keep you glued to your seat, and even a few surprise musical numbers thrown in just to make sure you are still paying attention. After winning the Memorial Cup, the Canadian Hockey League's biggest championship, the players were trying to relax at a remote forest lake, but couldn't stop being restless from their big win. Even though they were considered one of the best teams in the history of hockey and Canada's pride, they couldn't control their anger off the ice. Their heightened emotions were only adding fuel to the emotional dumpster fires burning deep inside them. While things were very different on the other side of that small lake at Glamourview, a summer camp for gorgeous young adults learning to conquer the world with their stunningly good looks and sparkling personalities. All of the fun and games were about to come to a screeching halt. One night, while the players were celebrating their big win, their tempers flared, and the situation was about to go from bad to much, much worse. They formed a plan that would go too far, and soon, the unimaginable is about to happen. Will they succeed with their dastardly plans? Will anyone survive the night? James was ready for a night out as his alter ego, Maybelle, when from her kitchen window, witnessed the hockey team heading for the summer camp and knew something wasn't right. But before she could call for help, two of the players decided to deal with her before she could ruin their plans and have their fun. Maybelle was desperately trying to survive and doing all of the typical horror movie don'ts, like not grabbing a knife or frying pan from the kitchen and running by her fully charged cell phone. Obviously, things didn't go as she planned, especially when the heel broke off her favorite ruby red pumps and the killer Canadian hockey players were nipping at her heels. Somehow, she manages to make it to the safety of her bedroom. But that door won't stop those oddly polite killers for long. Breaking through the door, he was only able to grab her bad Dolly Parton wig. That is soon to be one very sorry Canadian.
You never mess with Dolly!
A pissed-off drag queen is now on the warpath, and those hockey players are her target. She will do anything to save those gorgeous 20-something-year-old campers from the fate about to befall them, using only the skills she learned. by watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as a kid, and her favorite sport, fake TV wrestling. She will become victorious in a series of awkward battles, hilarious moments, and so much more that you will have to see to believe. She hilariously dispatches the players one by one with a style and grace that can only come from a man in a dress and high heels.
Is anyone else hungry?
No, just get it over with.
Not everything goes as planned, and most of the time, things go really wrong. But Maybelle becomes victorious and even manages to find love along the way with one of the sexy campers she saves, who turns out to be a furry. This leads to the most awkwardly confusing sex scenes ever in a movie. Not counting that one with a duck from outer space. With her new boyfriend in hand, they are off to DC for even more mayhem and fun. You will laugh, cry, cheer, jump out of your seat with fright, and leave the theater shaking your head in dismay as why this movie was even made. This is one movie that you can't afford to miss.
Name tag, clocked in coffee breath, cheap suit, fluorescence on his tired face, eyes on the exit sign. Finally home all alone, wig that shames Dolly Parton's name. Sequins in a canvas bag, lipstick like a warning flare, heels are ready. This is drag, punks versus punks, blood on the ice in their minds. She draws a line, you don't cross it this time. Punks versus punks, Maybelle stepping into the light. Click, click, cold concrete, she's the fight in the night. At home, minding business, Maybelle lashes perfect Wayne. Oh yeah, gets caught being witness. Hockey boys with hockey sticks, stealing the way they swing. They laugh about the camp plans, but their eyes don't match their jokes. There's murder on their minds, getting sticks ready. She's the fight in the night. Hey boys, where are you skating? She asks, voice sugar, blade sharp, one flinch, one cruel punchline, and she hears the hidden part. She makes their plans her own, yells the plan out loud, clear, clear, clear. Every target, every detail makes their bravado here. Phoned up camera, glitter, crowd stops, traffic slows. Try and run this past the world now. See how far that goes. Punks versus punks, the night.